star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Memphis, fourth in the conference, an excellent season so far for them, though they'd like to jump into the top tier, maybe the top three.
And I think for Memphis, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
Well, sometimes those teams that are on the edge can be the most dangerous. They play like they have something to prove.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In the backcourt, it's Morant and Smart. The forwards for him, Bane and Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5 down low. And for the Knicks, we've got Anunoby, Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's MP in at the center, locking down the middle. How many games do you need to play, Greg, before you know who you are as a team?
I think you basically know already your identity, the pace you want to play at, obviously the development of the younger guys, and your chemistry is always ongoing.
And MP throws it down.
Well, young guys rarely hesitate to throw it down when they can. MP is no exception.
Morant, the bounce pass to the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Now Brunson. The 3 from MP. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. MP's got 5 now.
Nice looking 3-ball by MP. Proving he can hurt you from downtown.
Here's Edey. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Morant. And the rejection by MP. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. In the corner, it's Bridges. Back to MP. Pass to Hart. 6 to shoot. And again, New York with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Hart finds Brunson. New York moving the ball around. And again, New York with the triple.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Now here's Morant. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Pass to Edey. Over MP. Payne for 3. And it's MP with the rebound.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 7 points in the game.
What a start. 5 for 5 from the floor, executing the game plan to perfection at this point.
Outside Jackson. Down low, here's Edie. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Man, that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
And he gets it to go. MP's got 9.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
What a rise for Taylor Jenkins, working his way stand from the G League, assistant there, to NBA assistant, and now to NBA head coach. Wow.
Wow is right, Kevin. And Taylor Jenkins, one of the best coaches in the NBA. This is a guy who just kept grinding and learning. I think sometimes coaches get too concerned about when they're going to get their opportunity. Taylor Jenkins was always concerned about being ready when his opportunity came.
I think you and I are alike. We root for the grinders, don't we? The guys that have really worked to climb that ladder.
I certainly do, Kevin.
To the middle. Here's Edie, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New York.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And another thing coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
The Knicks leading by 11. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. And we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. And Coach said he's a guy that can score from all 3 levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ball's knocked loose. Smart kicks to Bain. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. And the 3 off target. So for New York, their last game, a win against the Raptors. From deep, Brunson, good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists in the game. Bridges against Smart. On the wing, Bain. For 3. Offensive rebound. Edie can't hit. New York leading by 14. Bridges finds MP. Brunson outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Memphis has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Morant against Brunson. Rebounded by Hart.
Oh, you gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Morant against MP. The kick out to Anunoby. Misses the 3. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Smart passes to Jackson. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Yeah, I like the assertive approach from Jackson Jr. Not hesitating for a second off the catch.
The kick out to Anunoby. New York moving it around. And a wide open look for MP. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Bain. Jackson with it. Defended by Hart. Smart against Bridges. Stolen by Brunson. Hart the pass to Bridges. Good on the baseline, Jay. Bridges has got 5 points so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Outside Jackson. Back to Smart. Pass to Bain. Inside. Shot clock at 6. And it's Morant missing. The Knicks leading by 17. Bridges kicks to MP. Launches a 3. Bridges misses. And so it's Bain with it. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. This their first look at this year's New York squad. Morant passes to Bain. And here's Morant. And again, Memphis no good. Brunson against Morant. And there's Brunson. That's good on the assist by MP. MP's got 5 assists in the game. Now here's Morant. Hasn't made one yet. He can't hit that time. Brunson with some nice D.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
On the wing, MP. Buries it from three-point range. MP's got a couple of threes now in the first for New York.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Santi Aldama's checked in for 80. Gigi Jackson comes in for Bain. Wells, he's checked in for Smart. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. He's checked in for Bridges. Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Well, when you talk about how MP can score the ball, the possibilities are endless.
And here's Morant. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson is out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Morant. And it's Wells in at the small forward position. And so it's New York with it, following the score by Memphis. MP deciding where to go with it. And he drops it in from the low post. MP's got 16.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
And yes, it's good.
Well, we know all about Morant's unreal athleticism, but his vision is what really sets him apart.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does, and it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Now here's Morant, and the dunk by Jackson.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
New York leading by 14. MP outside. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And that one's good. Brunson.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
The 3 from Morant. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
Takes a 3. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
Pippen, the pass to Aldama. Brunson against Pippen. Jackson in the corner. Clock at 6.
Great effort from MP. We don't see that a ton from players his age.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Raptors put on a show. He scored an incredible number of points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. The stats he put up were amazing. He knew nobody could slow him down, and he went to work. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jaren Jackson's checked in for Jackson. And it's Bane in for Wells. Outside, Bane. Here's Edey, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Now, here's MP. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And the layup is good. MP's got 9 points in the quarter. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Outside, Smart. Back to Morant. Left side, Smart. At the elbow, it's Bane. There's the lob to the hoop. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. Let's check out the NBA blocks leaders. MP is number 1.
What an intimidator he is in the paint. I mean, he shot to the top of that leaderboard, and nobody feels comfortable putting a shot up around him right now.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Just a tremendous run right now for him. 12 straight wins.
Well, you look at the discipline, the way these guys play under control. They never get out of balance when they find themselves in a hole. They just continue to fight, play their game, and enforce their own pace.
Here's Morant. Following the basket by MP. Anunoby with it. Still without a basket. Some nice passing by New York here. MP right side. Rebounded by Smart.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
On the wing, Bane. Jackson has the open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 10 points in the game.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Now, here's Hart. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. A three-pointer is right on target. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
What I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama, I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length. The guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Wells, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Jackson looking it over. Pass to Wells. Here's Jackson. Here's Edey. 9 points in the game so far. Smart misses.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Jackson, following the score by New York to end the run, and the layup is good. 12 points for him.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. a.k.a. picks one up.
Well, when you watch MP, you can see the burst he has on the floor. Very explosive young player.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And he can't hit the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Outside, Smart. Cans it from downtown. Smart's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play. Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
They grab their own miss. There's Jackson with the 3. Off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. MP inside. Jackson on him. MP, no good. 1:03 left to play in the first half. Snatched up. Edey, the layup off target. New York's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. The 3 from MP. And the 3 ball is good. MP's got 34.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Payne looking around. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a number 1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a 3-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
Outside, Smart. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And a deep 3 from MP. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Knicks out front, just dominating this one. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that game against the 76ers, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
They played some good ball this season. Their opponent, not so much.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the New York Knicks.
Vintage teamwork right there tonight. Everyone is looking to be the setup guy.
Yeah, when anyone could be the next to score, the defense can't tell what's coming. And the ball is certainly finding the open man.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles taking on the Lakers. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. We've got Mikal Bridges. Hart is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's MP in at the 5. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. For Memphis, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after New York gets the 3. Pass to Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Knicks leading by 23. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Here's Bridges. Makes it off the glass. Bridges has got 9 points.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Smart kicks to Morant. To the paint. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Payne with the hops.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. MP passes to Anunoby. Count that one. Anunoby's got his first points of the game.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Jackson misses. The Knicks have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist by MP. Anunoby's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Outside, Smart. Back to Morant. To the middle. Wants to get it to Payne, and does. Edey can't hit. For New York, they've gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Now here's Smart. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And another miss by Memphis.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's MP. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. MP's got 38 points.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
Hard against Payne. Inside. Shot to stop the run. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. A nice shot by MP.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Payne. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Payne's got 6.
You can't play lax defense on Payne because he's looking to shoot as soon as he catches it.
Brunson the pass to MP. 6 on the shot clock. Shot, high post, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Outside Jackson. Outside Bain. Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's a great pass. Offensively, Bain's the total package.
Brunson the pass to Hart. New York moving the ball around. MP inside. New York needs to get off a shot. Drops in the tray. He's got 17.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Bain for three. Here's Heaney. You know what? They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for New York. They host the 76ers after this game. Banked in off the glass. MP's got 44.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
And the foul called on MP. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
So that brings him up to 4 fouls. So he's forced to hold himself back a little now, which may make him a target for the offense.
Robinson's checked in for Josh Hart. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Wells is checked in.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
MP finds Bridges. There's the three. And again, New York with the triple.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Jackson. Good on the bucket. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
A nice bit of muscle there from Jackson Jr. to get the inside score through contact.
Pass to Bridges. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Smart. Craig, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And here is Bridges, following Ja Morant's 3.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Memphis has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Morant against Brunson. And it's Morant missing.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Bridges inside. Guarded by Smart. And there's Bridges on the assist by MP.
64.
For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Pass to Wells. Jackson with it. From deep. To the wing on the left. Wells wide open. No good from outside.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Back to MP. The 3. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
Morant outside. Here's the 3. It's good from long range. Morant's got 8.
You can see the confidence building now that he's found his mark from 3 in this second half. The defense is going to have to do a better job. Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Pass to Wells. Outside, Smart. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflect.
Last timeout. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. So on the floor for Memphis. In the backcourt, it's Morant and Smart. Santi Aldama is out there with G.G. Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. Here's McBride. MP left side. Back to McBride. Pass to MP. 5 to shoot. Here's Kolek. 3-pointer. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Knicks lead 113.
Morant passes to Aldama. Jackson from long range. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's MP. Lays it up off the glass. MP's got 48.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled, and really probably why they're trailing.
Now, here's MP. Following the miss by Ja Morant. Here's MP. Connects again.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Now, Smart. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Aldama with the ball. Guarded by Robinson. Jackson, that's good.
And with that 3-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by the Knicks?
Now, here's MP. Robinson dishes to MP. A 3-ball. Grizzlies with the rebound. Wells has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside, Smart. Pass to Wells. Back to Smart. Launches it. It's hauled in by MP. MP's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Shoots from 12. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, he didn't go up very strong there, and the defense was able to just push him off his shot.
Jackson misses.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
And it goes down 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's Smart with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Pass to Aldama. And the foul called on MP. That will be foul number 5 on him. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, Jackson's length impacts both ends.
Bain kicks to Morant. Smart on the wing. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. MP outside. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. MP's got 53. Pass to Edie. Here's Jackson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
MP outside. Off on the layup.
And he's done the job here all day. Just continues to grab rebounds. What a game for him.
Morant, and finished off by Morant. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 assists.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
MP way outside. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
The three from Morant. It's hauled in by MP. There's the triple. Misses the shot. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that about wraps it up. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.